get to the end of the movie when we get there. But think about it. Does this not follow? Did Endgame not follow the same type? We start you into shits. The movie starts there. Skeletor is in Castle Grayskull.
He's already there. He's already won.
And as kids, when we played with the He-Man toys, the battle was for Grayskull.
Yeah.
There's something going on in Grayskull. Nobody knows what the hell it is, but they want it because the power of the universe is freaking there. So hopefully we find out in this movie what that is.
Evelyn was so hot.
Yes, she was. She's still hot. To today's standards, she was. I mean, I think her name was Meg Foss. She's very beautiful.
Really?
I think that was her. You got my phone's doing its thing, so you got the Google machine. You got that.
That is wow.
But man, Frank Langella, I make the
saving grace.
The guy that broke his back making this movie, like Kurt Angle, because he had to carry the whole motherfucker. I always say that. I always say it. And we have the sorceress here who is imprisoned. We don't really know what happened. This movie just starts this way. Obviously, there's some sort of war that's happened. Mm-hmm. So, and Skeletor's obviously gained some kind of foothold. And they don't go too far into detail. Like I said, we are just into shit when this movie happens. And now, he has her imprisoned somehow in a force field, and he's draining, I'm assuming it's her power from her.
Yeah.
It's this point, because she doesn't look like she's...
No, she's looking kind of rough, man. If she wasn't wearing white, I'd say she's looking for her next fix. I mean, she's looking rough.
Now, I love the little color effects, like how they use them.
Oh, this was great. In 87, this was fantastic.
But that little blue that they flashed on his face, let me ask you this. How were you any kind of taken away with the fact that it was white, bone white, and not yellow?
No, because for me, it was, this is real. Quote unquote real.
Yeah.
This is live action.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So if he
there's nothing on here that resembles anything from the cartoon.
No. I mean, even Dolph Lundgren's outfit right there, the cape alone just ruins the whole thing. The straps across the titties, yeah, okay, sure, but
that's it.
That's it.
There's
you
nothing.
can get that at any sex shop.
That's probably where they got them.
I'm pretty lit, guys. Like I said, kids don't even be watching this with us. There's the...
Yeah, there's his buddy, Wildor.
Oh yeah, my favorite. My bestie.
He has the most...
I never realized how shitty the action was.
He's got the most emotionless face though, dude. And these close-ups are killing me. It's like you can't even see anything that's going on.
This is like the Bruce Willis fight scenes in Glass.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah.
And actually one of my complaints was going to be that I didn't remember He-Man using a gun, and he was just no, actually in the cartoons he used a gun a lot. He had his
they'll have a blaster, but they're like energy blasters.
Right.
They don't really do damage.
He didn't have like the freaking cannon right there. I'm trying to keep it, dude, but it's going to fall out every once in a while. And Man-at-Arms and Teela.
Boy, Teela. That's the thing. It's like every iteration that they made of it. I wish they would have made her more. And I know how you feel about this. She should have been more of a redhead. I really would.
Every single time.
I mean, I really, really wish they would have got like a Mary Jane redhead. But she is not a bad looking lady.
No, instead they wasted the redhead on Gwildor.
All right.
Because he's a redhead. That's close enough to Orko, because Orko was red.
Gwildor has the most heat in this movie.
I hate his face. I hate his cheeks.
It's a good thing we can't hear him.
Oh, man, I hate his voice. His hair, I would say it looks like Christopher Lloyd in Back to the Future, but that's an insult to Christopher Lloyd. I wonder if I'll get over it here in a second.
I wonder if they put any animatronics on his face.
Would have to. That mask would be too heavy.
I mean, yeah. It's like, how does he move?
Did it say anything about like Jim Henson in the credits or anything?
No, he isn't in this. It would be a fucking crisp if Jim Henson did it. I mean, you look at the Turtle movies when his shop did the first two, and then the third one looked horrible.
The Turtles movies?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
But you gotta think at that time. Nobody else was kind of making those kind of puppets.
Okay, but the original...
Henson had that down to a science.
Yeah, but the original Turtles was also 3 years after this came out. in
Yeah.
1990.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just getting popular in the comic book.
Right.
You know, the black and white.
Which actually, if you sidebar here, if you've never read the original Ninja Turtle comics that were in black and white, do yourself a favor. That's worth reading just to have it, just to say I've read it. That's worth reading.
Oh, Ninja Turtles will be down the pipeline in this deal.
Yeah.
So we got, we'll have, and with these videos to come, there'll be some wrestling matches. There'll be pay-per-views. Yeah, there's so much we can do with this.
Man,
so this is basically, I want this to be like a podcast type of thing, but they're kind of in with us, so they can watch the program with us and get our insight. And the thing too about the great thing about YouTube is that if there's if we say anything, like if I brought up any facts, I'm sure somebody will correct me in the bottom comment section. That's what people do today. But no. By all means, that's what they're there for, right?
Yeah.
So feel free to comment and do what you want. Share, like, any input and anything you guys want to see, just let us know. So now we're introduced to the cosmic key.
The cosmic key.
Now, supposedly, with this thing, what I think it is right now, and what they're presenting it as, is like the thing that opens a door anywhere. Like they can go anywhere. Mm-hmm.
Interdimensional
but we haven't even got there yet. Hold on. Let's just say we haven't seen the movie. Right. So but when they say, I'm watching this as a kid, this can open a door to anywhere. I'm like, I can go to school. They didn't say I could go to bars. Okay. So that's the thing is like, so I like the build on that part.
Yeah.
And then when they drop them off into modern time, you're like, what the fuck? And there's Courtney Cox before Friends.
Oh man, I don't know how old she was in this movie, so I feel awkward saying she was hot.
Early 20s.
She was of age.
Oh,
she was still hot.
Yeah. I think she could have bought us a drink.
Cool. Okay.
Or it would have been legal for us to buy her a drink.
I guess. Well, in '87, I couldn't have bought her a drink.
Well, maybe I don't know. Was it 18 or 20?
I would have definitely found a way to trip and no. I was a dirty little boy.
All right, now shit's hitting the fan once again. So.
Hey, my language doesn't have to be like horrible for me to get my point across.
Well, so now they've infiltrated where Gwildor is at. Somehow they found him.
Did they ever explain why they're after him anyways? Because he
has the key. Skeletor. Okay. Skeletor knows he has a copy of that, and for somehow this thing has GPS, and Skeletor knows when he uses it because of the other key. So he knows there's a disturbance. Okay. So that's how he's tracking him right now.
All right.
Every time he uses it, they track him. That's the dynamic of this movie. But
so
they didn't even. But you realize they haven't even explored it yet. They haven't really explored that dynamic.
Yeah,
no. Wait. If we turn this on, he's gonna know where we are. Like there's so much they could have done. Like booking sucked on this movie. Like seriously, they did not give him the office.
It didn't have a.
They did not give him the office at all.
It had a writing team.
Yes. But, in all fairness, they were changing things every
Thumbs up for bookers.
Yes. We appreciate bookers. Especially me, right now.
Me in the future, because I'm sick. I ain't taking no more bumps. I'm good.
All right. So now He-Man is in Grayskull.
I will say this. Teela carries herself, granted we're talking 1987.
Oh,
she carries herself like a badass.
Yeah. The warrior woman.
She was not.
Well,
and in this movie, you think about it, she wasn't overly sexualized either at this point.
No, she wasn't. She's fully clothed from head to toe, and you got to think this is the 80s. Her and Evelyn both. No one sexualized here is fucking dull. It's a miracle we're not gay.
Oh, if you ever hear his TEDx talk, that's so ironic.
Oh, really?
It's outstanding.
We'll have to check that out.
He's got about a 45-minute TEDx talk. It's really, really inspiring.
Now you're sending people over to other videos. Thank you.
No. Hey, tell you what.
Check it out after.
Yeah.
Because I will. All right. So
and then go over to the riblet basket.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay, now so Sorceress is informing them what's going on.
She gave him the Boy Scout howdy.
She's telling him Skeletor is basically trying. The stars are aligning perfectly at night, and he's basically trying to get Master of the Universe. So when the Great Eye opens, the universe is fucked. So now Skeletor has come in, and now we have the first face-off of the movie.
Frank Langella.
He really did this movie by himself.
Dude, it's amazing he didn't need surgery after this movie or his back.
And the thing is, if anybody's done any kind of like acting out there, you'll know, like when you have heavy prosthesis like that, he's getting like facial expressions across. That's acting.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Tom Hardy, when he did Bane, only had his eyes to act with. So people don't take that into accountability. This should just tell you, if you're not going to see the movie for the fucking movie, watch it for Frank Langella. If you want to be an actor or even a worker or a wrestler, just watch this guy's delivery, please.
His tone of voice, where he lacks, and I have to say lacks in facial expression, because again, he's wearing so many prosthetics. He still gets it over with what he's able to do because he's a genius. But his voice, the way he has specific emphasis, the way he says his words, the way he breathes into his words.
He doesn't just say it; he
makes you believe it.
Yeah, he puts it in there.
He delivers his words.
Yeah.
And here we go. Boom, 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 boom.
And yes, it's the OK Corral inside Grace.
And the stormtroopers can't hit shit.
Yes.
Oh,
he fucking beat me.
Did he get hit the belly button?
I don't know. And it's so funny because like halfway through the movie, I think they just gave up and didn't like give him a name, and they like even like Man at Arms and He-Man, they just started calling them crackpots. Like, oh yeah, it's just an Easter egg, blah blah blah. We'll get in there. Like they just didn't care anymore at that point.
All right, Gwildor is typing on the old keyboard, and
bro, if they made a keyboard like that today, that would sell so much. Even if you knew how to play or not.
In the 80s, somebody tried to make that into a synthesizer. You know what? Hey, if y'all know of any nerd, send me a message about if you know of any nerd who actually created a real key.
I'm pretty sure there's replicas out there. I'm honest to God sure I've seen them. Put a description in the links or a link in the descriptions or in the comments. Oh man,
that's your first. Isn't
it? My God, yes. I got one more. Otherwise, I got a hot place. Don't drink my last beer.
You want to hear the definition of irony? During quarantine, I've been binge watching 60 Days In.
All right,
true story.
All right, so
the portal
is open.
Man at Arms was dry.
We're getting out of Hamble's conversation.
Oh, the key got shot. And
now they've left the key through the gate for the very narrow escape. Very narrow. And somehow there it is.
I was fixing to say, it's like, wait a minute.
There's the MacGuffin.
The MacGuffin.
Well, that would be, I guess the key's the MacGuffin here. The redhead.
There's no red herring. No, that was
the red
terminology. Yeah.
The red.
Sorry, I'm distracted with redheads, man. You know how I roll. Love you, baby.
The one woman I've never been with is redhead.
It takes a special kind of man to deal with a redhead.
Redhead and an Asian.
I don't mean deal with a redhead like deal with a redhead. It takes a special kind of man.
I have 5 Latina sisters.
Well, so you got the Latina background, so you're used to the crazy. You can handle it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm good with
But if you find a Latina who's dyed her hair red, you're screwed.
Okay, so now we're getting this portal's open, so we're getting out of the Latinas.
And we're
someone to get into the
real world.
And into our world.
No more redheads and
which is, man, this was a very.
Look at those nips.
Here's the thing, man. Like in theory, there's so many better ways.
Let him drown.
There's so many better ways we could have pulled this off. But the only reason why they brought them to our world is because of cost. Everything that held this movie's back is because this is like a bad promoter, bro.
Is this the wrong time? Is this the wrong time to bring up the final fight scene?
Yes, let's wait for the final. Let's save.
We'll save that.
We'll wait for the finish.
That story. We'll wait
for the finish.
At the finish.
Well, yes. When we get to the finish,
no spoilers.
We'll get there. Okay.
We're in the shine.
Then we find out this motherfucker has gills. It's just gross, and then he spits them all.
They shot something out of his ears.
It's just gills.
He has gills?
He has gills.
So he's gonna drown
he had
anyway?
clogged gills.
Shit.
That's what he said. That's why captions help sometimes. I'm not a big fan of the captions.
His ears are now erect. right, so
Look at
we're
Tila's gonna kill him for you. I knew you were gonna say something. See, even Tila wants to kill him.
I was like, man.
But Tila is a redhead. She's hot-headed as fuck.
But not in this movie. She's not a redhead. No, they gave the redhead part 2.
Yeah.
Will fucking door.
I think it. But that's the thing with you got to understand with designers.
Wasn't Wildor
Designers,
a kingdom that got
there was always a
attacked in
color
Lord of the
scheme thing,
Rings?
huh?
Wasn't Wildor a kingdom that got attacked in Lord of the Rings?
I've never followed that.
Oh man, I'm gonna have the Lord of the Rings guys coming after me now. No, it wasn't really. No,
I can't. Other than the Marvel, and even the Marvel ones got a little bit too much. I can't watch anything like Kevin Nash said. If I need a catheter to watch it, I love Kevin Nash for that one. There's something he does, I'm like, you motherfucker. But then there's some things he says, I'm like, this is why you get away with that shit.
Is that because you have to sit too long, or is that because it starts putting blood in your piss?
No, because you fucking gotta sit there for like fucking 4 hours.
There's a cow.
Damn.
Oh
And then it's like, what the hell?
Moo! Moo! I think is what Gwildor says.
I'm trying to communicate with it. It's like, okay, do you know what he's saying?
I have not watched this movie in 10 years, and I can still hear his voice. At least they gave Man-at-Arms a helmet. Nothing else about his uniform looks remotely like it was in the cartoon or as a toy.
Well,
but the colors are they're so bland. But at least they gave him the helmet.
He's a soldier, so should have a helmet. I just.
And one thing I don't remember, do they address that he is Tila's father in this movie?
Yes, because and we'll get to that part. I'll get to that with you when we go. There is a part they sort of address it. Okay. But that's one of the things that pisses me off about this franchise, dude. Is that they could not be consistent with what's up?
No, I was gonna say Gwildor tenderizing the meat back there, but consistent. They didn't know with anything.
No, well, from one thing to the other. The thing that 2002 tried really hard to keep with the comics and the cartoon, because they really elaborated with Tila on who her mother was. I mean, and it's been so long. I'm pretty sure Man-at-Arms is her actual dad.
Yeah.
Like he was in war and he lost his memory, but he got it on with the sorceress.
Well, see, in the original series, they pretty much made it clear that Duncan was her father and the sorceress was her mother.
I think in the series, she's adopted, but in the new one, they've elaborated that he's the actual dad. They show in the 2002 they show the flashback where he's with the sorceress after Grayskull died during the Great War.
Yeah. And
he's with her, helping her out, and he had no mustache. And something happened, he either hit his head or, I don't know, he got amnesia, but she basically got pregnant with him and left the child with him and made him think that was an adopted child or not. Because the thing with Tila is, nobody can really know her not the truth about Tila, because it's almost like I think it's probably like a future thing, it'll alter it. Okay. If you know too much. So Sorceress keeps that thin lip. Not even He-Man knows about it. Only she knows. And they always tell her story from that background. So now we're going to jump from that. We're going to, this is Kevin Corbin.
And by the way,
Courtney Cox's boyfriend.
In 1987, watching this in the theater as a 4-year-old kid, even only seeing her from the collarbone up, changing shirts in that back room was outstanding.
We only got like knee, bro.
No, you have to see her.
We were like Amish back then.
Bro, I grew up Pentecostal. Her collarbone was enough to send me
saw ankles, and we saw ankles and shit was wiggling. Just fucking ankles, bro.
I was a pervert as a 3-year-old. Sorry, I gotta say.
I mean, kids are interested. I don't think it's the thing about being.
So Courtney Cox meets up with her nerd boyfriend.
Be back.
He's a musician. I think that's the story, right? He's a high school musician.
They're high school kids.
And Robbie's.
I love the way high school kids look.
And there's Tila looking like she belongs at a Striper reunion, but she's wearing the wrong color spandex. If she had black and yellow on, she'd fit right in with "To Hell with the Devil." Man, they definitely played up his age in this movie for sure.
Well, I mean, it makes a little bit of sense, I mean, Dad. I mean, I think they follow the story loosely. So, like, he's got to be the dad, so he should be this whole. It's probably some base approach. Yeah.
I get it.
And they didn't really care, but it tells like you got to do it this way. movie, cut us our check. And that was the biggest problem.
Is there voyeurism? They're watching a couple making out.
They don't know what
watching a couple making out.
They don't know what they're doing. They're from another planet.
They
probably
don't have making out.
Bro, they probably have like seashells or some shit like in Demolition. I don't know, you know. You don't know what they do. They don't. Tila flips out because she doesn't even know what rib meat is.
Oh, you wasted all that barbecue sauce down your beard, you motherfucker. Another reason to hate you, grilled
Oh my God, since your redneck ass out.
Oh, I gotta go piss, damn it. I've been drinking too much.
All right, go get your
Damn it. Fucking grilled or.
Hambone tagged
I
out.
feel like I'm dropping a freaking kidney stone.
He is pissed off, Hambone. Everything he's doing in this. Thank God you're not watching him eat, bro. Because I'm watching him eat this rib meat. And I don't know if it's the mask, but it is pissing me off. It's just like, God.
Wasting it?
Oh. And this is where Tila is flipping out because she's like, this used to be an animal. So obviously they are vegans in Eternia. They do not eat meat. It has been confirmed in this movie. A lot of people don't know that. Very weird fact. Unless they have some kind of other weird animal or something that they eat. But she flips out because it was living. And obviously Gwildor doesn't give a shit. Neither would me or Hambone.
Grilled is a shit.
Okay, so now we're at the gravesite of Thomas and Martha Wayne. Julie's parents. But it's like, you see two tombstones. I mean, that's what I go to. I've seen the Wayne family died. I've seen the Wayne family killed 8 times in different variations on television or movies.
So are we going into Wayne family murder?
No, I just saw 2 tombstones and I went into the Wayne family. I was like, here are the Waynes. And it's like, how many times, I swear to God, if they kill the Waynes in this next Batman movie, I'm going to walk out. I've seen them die. I'm done.
Well, remember how we were talking about the Arkham series earlier? I was telling you about that?
Yeah.
In every single Arkham game, they relive that same moment. Every single time. I'm like, how many times do you need to retell this guy's origin? If you don't know who Batman is, you should have been knocked out.
I want to watch the movie. I don't want to be depressed going in.
Yeah.
And then fucking Batman versus Superman, they started with it. Assholes.
My mother's name is Martha, too.
Oh, there's so many better ways they could have done that.
You think?
Now,
here's the thing. For those of you who don't know, I'm a hardcore DC fan.
Same.
I'm a hardcore DC fan.
I'm more of a DC. I don't like their movies. I don't like them.
The animated movie, the DC animated movies are way ahead of the Marvel DC animated movies.
I don't even think Marvel has animated
They
movies.
do actually. You know,
They're not good.
Their Doctor Strange movie wasn't too bad, but again, it deviated a lot from the original. And me being a comic book nerd first, I hate retellings of some stories, which is why I had problems with some of the movies. Once I came to terms with that, then I can go back and watch shit like this.
So now we're gonna go back to shit like this. So now Kevin's discovered the key.
Yes.
So somehow it got lost with them when they went through the Gripper lost it. Now they have it in that world.
The humans.
So now Skeletor has been alarmed, and yet nobody has told us yet how the fuck he really fucking knows this. So like I said, there's no sense of urgency with the cosmic key. I think they've really missed a couple opportunities of getting that across. That's things that they missed in this movie. But again, it's not Godard, the director's fault, because Mattel, they were taking time and film and lights and stuff away from him. So he had to keep changing stuff every fucking day. So, I mean, hats off, you look at this coronavirus right now and everything that's going on and what they've done in wrestling. You're making the best of what you got.
If you put this movie together through the coronavirus, you're a freaking hero.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink on that one. Shit. But, hey, man, we'll get there. We're going to get through this.
I don't think you and I have touched bottoms that much in a long time.
No? Well, you don't really drink at wrestling shows other than your flask and my bang.
I mean,